I'm Rob.
And I'm Louie.
And this is the Etherian Virtual Reality Review by
Barefoot Gaming.
Louie, how would you describe Etherian? Let the viewers know what to expect in this game.
I would describe this as a platform / maze. And you can expect a lot of jumping and handling objects and trying to find your way to the end.
So when you say maze, I think you probably mean more puzzle-based, right? Because it isn't really very maze-ish.
Oh no, Rob. If I meant that, that's what I would have said.
So it's not maze-like at all. It's got puzzles in it.
Yes.
And how do you move?
You move with your track pads. You can also move, and you do it a lot. No matter how you want to do it, there is jumping in this game, and sometimes double jumping.
So what I'm going to mention about this is at first we're not getting into the review part, we're just talking about the game before we score it. But at first I thought this is a really bad idea, because it feels like one of the primary movers is jumping.
Yep.
And it's not like a little jump, it's like Super Mario Brothers jumping.
Yes.
You are jumping great distances.
Insane distances.
And when you think of that in virtual reality, it feels like that would either, it could make you sick if you're if you're prone to that sort of thing in VR, or it's just weird. But I actually found that didn't take away from the game.
No.
The jumping is a mechanic that I found worked within the game. So don't let that turn you off of Etherian.
You're just so happy you got the name right.
I really am. So you're a dude. You're an alien dude with hands that you can see. You don't see your arms. You don't see the rest of your body.
Yep.
And you there is a story in the sense that there are multiple different kinds of worlds. Louis, how many worlds? How many levels?
There are 4 worlds with 5 levels apiece, and that's not counting the introductory. What's teaching you how to play the game is as fun as the game itself.
And I guess we should also talk about the trapezes, about the zip lines.
And the ladders.
And the ladders. So the game really wants to make use of as many different kinds of movement in VR as possible. So I applaud them for that. I mean, it keeps it more interesting. The visuals, I think you said at one point it reminded you of Myst.
Yes.
And actually, Myst is not a horrible comparison in the sense that the visuals are done, and it's done very pretty. The music, a little repetitive, maybe? Music's a little repetitive?
Yes.
But it's kind of calm and peaceful, and you go from sign to sign.
And one thing you gotta know about the Stargates is if you want to head back to the main Stargate you started at, you gotta head back or win it completely, all 5 rounds.
So the Stargates that Louis is talking about are parts, sometimes you can use them to jump to different areas that are kind of locked off within a level.
Yeah.
Or, again, they'll bring you to the next level.
Yeah.
And there's stones that you have to use to throw through certain things that will move new platforms. There's a lot of platforming, again, which makes sense with the Mario reference with the jumping from point to point.
And you can't just race through the levels either. You have to find mystical hexagramical keys that fit into these stone hinges that open up the way to the next one.
Both hexagramical and Stonehenges are words that are not used often enough. I'm just going to put that out there. And yes, Louis is right. You have to find the right color to go into the right spot, etc. And you've got a bag on your hip that can hold
everything.
Freaking TARDIS.
We haven't found a limit to it yet.
Every rock you can pick up, every fruit,
Pick up rocks. Early and often.
Yes, you will need them, especially if you have bad aim.
Yes.
I should also mention that there's different other things that you can pick up. For example, there's mushrooms. Louis, what do mushrooms do?
Mushrooms get you high. They're magic mushrooms.
And we can't see any benefit beyond the fact that the game gets all trippy when you eat mushrooms.
They haven't showed us any secret paths. They haven't lit up any tricks to get to the end. It just makes everything dark, deep red. And
the music goes...
Yeah, it kind of slows everything down, but it doesn't slow you down. And let's just make it weird for him.
And it's possible it might be required for certain puzzles. We put a couple of hours into this game. Okay, we're also going to talk about the double jump really, really quick. Louis, how do you get them?
You get them by climbing the mega trees and eating the mega fruit that grow on them.
Yeah, and what you do is while you're in the air, you jump again. So either giving you more distance or more height.
Yeah.
That being said, let's do the review. Out of 5, $22.79 Canadian, which will work out to like 19 something US, 19 something pounds, which now I don't have to look up anymore because the UK version is the same price as the US version on everything that I've seen in Steam. Louis, give me some pros, give me some cons, score this out of 5. Lead the way.
Pros are, I had a blast in this game, including in the tutorial, which almost never happened. A couple more things I liked was you've different hands that you can choose, and they're different colors, and we don't know what they do.
Not the foggiest. We could not figure it out in the game. And maybe one of them grabs better, maybe, I don't know. They don't tell you.
Can't figure it out.
So you can have different kinds of hands. Developers, let us know what the hands are for. I'd like to know.
Yep. Couple more pros is I really enjoyed the jump. I didn't think I would, but it didn't get me sick at all, and you can see where you're gonna go and plan for it, and that was really nice. Only cons were the music got old fairly quick, and there was no mini map, and once you get to a certain ways through the game, it's difficult to,
It's true. Louis would not shut up about the game not having a mini map. So it is something that for sure perturbed Louis.
Yes.
He would have liked to have known where everything was based on a mini map.
Yes. I would give this 3 3/4 whatever he said out of 5.
Okay, my turn. Pros, cons. Pros, the game actually looks really nice. I didn't find the music annoying. It is repetitive, but it's very relaxing. It's very, like, not Muzak relaxing, but it's just kind of, there in the background. And the game is an exploration adventure puzzle game, so I think it's well suited. I don't really have a complaint about that. I am going to list a con that has got this screen that keeps popping up that says you need to open your Vive in an application, and it does this over and over. Now, I'm going to include a screenshot. Developers, I'm sure you guys are going to be able to fix this, but it's crazy annoying, and if I can't close it down, the person in VR isn't going to get any sound. Yeah. So, little bugs.
And this is something that shows up on the desktop itself.
Yeah, you never see it in VR.
Not in-game. It's just, you lose your sound.
Another pro I'm going to list is the fact that the puzzles are well done. It didn't feel like anything really seemed like a cheat. I like the fact that all the environments felt different. A con I'm going to list is the fact that the game doesn't have more depth than that. You're not going to run into any enemies, which is fine, right? It's not designed to be an enemy-style game. But because of that, there was less that drew me into the game. Again, this is my personal opinion only. So it's neat. I like the fact that I can jump in the air and grab onto a ladder or grab onto a rock and climb up by hand. Be confused with the color of my hands is fine. But it is a good game, and I am going to recommend it. I'm going to say this would be a 3.5 out of 5 game for me. It's fun. It's something that if you're looking for a couple of hours of kind of adventure puzzle type thing, I think you're fine. So that's it. That's the review. We're done. You've got our scores. Make up your own mind. You've seen some gameplay. We're out of here. Subscribe if you want to see more. Like, comment. If you comment, we're down there. We will be replying. And we're out of here for now. Talk to you again real soon. See ya.
Bye.